Math education, high key sucks. Like, this is coming from a guy who I've taken like calculus 2 and stuff and like statistics, right? Math education just is not good. It's just not good. Okay, if you're in algebra 2 or if you've taken algebra 2, you probably remember like matrices, right? Like it's like the big like squares of numbers. Wait. Yeah, it's like the big squares of numbers. And then in high school they talk about like matrix multiplication, and they say like,
Yeah, so matrix 1 times matrix 2. So you take this other matrix and you rotate it. You're gonna rotate this matrix and you're gonna like and then like multiply all the.
dude, shut up. Like actually, what are we talking about, bro? Like, and the thing is, like, I know what the actual use for that is. Like, if there are any other math nerds watching this, you might like watch those like 3 blue 1 brown videos, right? Like that stuff isn't even useless. But why are we doing this in like a high school class? Who's using this? Why are we like? Okay, I ask my math teachers about this sometimes. Like, okay, what are we gonna like? Why are we learning this, right? Because like I know it's used computer science and stuff, but why are we in a high school class learning this? And they say like,
oh, if you're going like the medical field, you can use these matrices to like solve a system of equations.
what? You know what I do when I want to solve a system of equations? I plug it into Desmos.com. I plug it into Desmos.com, and I see where the lines intersect. And it's like, well, what are we doing talking about these matrices? Like, and you could say like, something blah blah blah. You could what if you have like 3 variables, right? That's why you use a computer. Like, why are we talking about like matrices? You get a computer to do it for you. Computers can solve a system of equations. Like, what are we talking about? Also, where do people in the medical field use systems of equations? That doesn't make sense to me. Like, what are you talking about? Like, I mean, I guess educate me if you're watching this and you're like, if you know anyone in the medical field. But I just don't see it. I don't see how you could be in the medical field and you need to use systems of equations for some reason. Or what else? I got like a list of things I want to talk about here. Oh, right, dude. Okay. So, in my this year in my AP physics class, not statistics, in my AP physics class, the teacher that I had, I low-key, maybe not the entire class, but I think I could have taught like half that class better than she could. And I think with maybe like a bit of teaching experience, because like I've thought about becoming a teacher in my future, right? I think with like a bit of teaching experience, I would be such a better teacher. Like, I know how proud of a thing that is to say, but I really mean it. She's just not good at teaching. And if anyone from my school is watching this and you hear me say that, don't say anything about that. Don't tell her I said that. But like, actually, like, okay, she would. I remember everyone at the beginning of the year was looking at her like crazy. Like, what are you talking about at the beginning of the year? Because, you know, we weren't used to it yet. She would stand up there. Or not would, she does. And she'll talk about something that could take like 3 minutes to explain. And she'll stutter her way through it for like 10 minutes. I, even as someone who like understands some of this stuff already, like she'll be talking about like vector addition, and it's like, okay, yeah, I know what vector addition is, right? But like she'll be talking about this for like 10 minutes, and it almost feels like I understand it worse after hearing her talk about it. Like actually, I remember there's this one lesson, which, by the way, we didn't talk about this for the rest of the year after this. After we did this, it didn't even come up on the AP test. We did it for 1 day, and it was never mentioned again. Like, did she? Okay, actually, okay. So what it was?
It was these like tables, and it had like I can't remember fully. It had, like velocity over time or something, whatever. And then you had to like calculate acceleration. I can't remember, bro.
But like, we talked about this for a single day. It made no sense, by the way. Like the way she was trying to explain it, it didn't mean anything. What she was trying to say, didn't line up at all. But after we did this lesson, I go to school the next day expecting to still be learning about this, and hoping maybe that I could get some clarification, because I don't want to like bomb the AP test because she's talking about this, so it must be important, right? But no, we never talked about it again. It was just it just stayed like that. It was just this like one day of lesson where we did this one thing and it was never mentioned again. Like, was that an accident? Is this her first year teaching physics? Like, it makes me think that like she's accidentally loaded up the wrong thing. Like, I don't know what I said loaded up. Like, it makes me think that that was just the wrong lesson that was supposed to be taught that day. Like, who are they hiring for this, man? I mean, I guess it's not always the teachers, but like, cause like the standards. I already talked about this when I was talking about the freaking like matrices and stuff. Like, the standard is bad too. Like, like they teach us stuff that just doesn't matter, and like
I think I'm a firm believer that we should all be learning things, even if they're not important.
But the problem with school is that they teach you these unimportant things, and like, I just got the wrong glue gunner because I couldn't think. And they make it your entire future. Like our entire traditionally our futures are based on these grades, like getting into college, getting jobs, But then the stuff that they're teaching doesn't even matter for half the jobs people are doing. It just doesn't make sense. Like, and I mean, everyone, I see those memes where people are talking about like, oh, haha, what bro sends me when he fails the test or something, right? But like, truly, like they're giving us all this work so that we can become like obedient, ultra, super duper ant, super duper slave work hive minds, and then like, and then like serve our super ultra duper corporate overlords or whatever the heck, right? Like, they're not teaching us anything useful, bro. It's I guess I shouldn't say nothing useful, right? But like, it just doesn't make sense. It just doesn't make sense. What else? I got other stuff written down here too. Oh yeah, dude. Like, this includes not only like the stuff that doesn't matter, but the stuff that does matter too. Anything, especially in math, that you can learn in school can probably be learned better from like a 5 to 15 minute YouTube video.
I mean, you still need practice, especially if you're gonna like need it for a job or something. But
aside from that, like, you can do so much better. Like, I talked about 3 blue 1 brown earlier, I think. Like, seriously, calculus, they just don't teach calculus right.
But if you go and watch like 3 blue 1 brown's Essence of Calculus series, you can understand it so much faster. It's this. Like,
it doesn't do anything. 6 7. Okay, I'm done.